I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars franchise seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also let's not forget about the fact that they are also developing their new Star Wars TV series, their animated TV shows, and yes, even the fourth Star Wars trilogy of films by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the one thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that they are now in a phase of desperation and damage control in order to really get the ball rolling again when it comes to Star Wars. What they essentially want to do is they want to bring Star Wars to the same exact level as the Marvel Cinematic Universe, also known simply as the MCU, in order to really make Star Wars as successful as it can be. And Bob Iger even talked about this at the Rise of Skywalker premiere, where he was actually able to say that they are now just figuring out exactly what they can do with the Star Wars franchise, and that they have now just realized the true potential of Star Wars and exactly where it could really go. And it really opens up one's eyes here, right, as to exactly why couldn't they have done this way earlier, and why are they doing this so late? I guess it's better late than never, right? Now, when speaking, of course, about the new Star Wars projects in the works, we got 10 projects, if not more than that, in the works on Disney Plus alone. They got over 10 years worth of Star Wars material in the works when it comes to Disney Plus, and that's separate from the actual movies. So this really is a big deal, and it shows you how much of a library's worth of Star Wars content is coming our way throughout this entire decade of the 2020s. Now, with that being said, of course, what's really intriguing all has to do with actress Brie Larson. Now, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are now focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as their new Star Wars universe that will deliver a brand new mythology to Star Wars fans around the world. Now, it's explained that currently, both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are hard at work on developing multiple plans in order to reunite the Star Wars fans around the world, in order to make Star Wars as successful as it can be moving forward. It's explained, however, that behind the scenes, many projects are in development, including the Leslie Headland Star Wars TV series for Disney Plus, where it's described that one of the major plans by Leslie Headland is to have actress Brie Larson as the new chosen one in the new Star Wars TV series in this brand new timeline. Brie Larson's character is aimed to become one of the most powerful Jedi to have lived, and will be considered the incarnation of the Force itself in order to make herself very powerful, and an ultimate creation of the Wills, who are godlike beings. Now, it's noted that Leslie Headland is going to break the rules of Star Wars when it comes to George Lucas and his philosophy of the franchise, where additionally, and this is where it gets very interesting and I think for the worst, it's described that Headland will be allowing Brie Larson to write her own dialogue for the new TV show, and will be able to direct some of the new actresses and their acting style in the new Star Wars TV show, and how the scenes will be done. It's said that Brie wants to direct the new Star Wars TV series in some way, shape, or form for the new Star Wars TV show in order to give the new actresses coming on board to act in a certain way that will match Brie Larson's. Now, it's described that Brie has always wanted to direct in film or television, ones that are major, of course, and that Leslie Headland will be giving her a chance to direct on some level in the new Star Wars TV series for Disney Plus. Let me just say one thing here, is that this sounds like an ultimate disaster. I don't know what Leslie Headland is thinking, but I think that by allowing an actress like Brie Larson to direct, you know, a portion of a specific episode, or a episode at that, for this new Star Wars TV series, I'm really not quite sure how a lot of fans are going to react to this, other than being very upset and annoyed by the fact that Headland is just really jumping the gun here when it comes to her new Star Wars TV show. Now, Leslie Headland was able to talk about her TV show just the other day, where she's talked about how she's so excited to start, working on it when it comes to filming it, and how she's so excited to show it to the fans and what's in store, with her new Star Wars story. She's very excited to show all of this to the fans. Now, with that being said, the fact that they're going to be focusing on identity politics and personal agendas over story, it just shows us that this new Star Wars TV show is really going to lack a lot of passion by the creator. And when you lack passion, you can see right through it, right? It's like a transparency. You can just tell whether or not a creator is very passionate. And even Leslie Headland said before in the past that, well, she doesn't really even have a favorite Star Wars movie. In fact, she wasn't really a Star Wars fan, quote unquote, like you would think. Like how, for example, J.J. Abrams is a fan to a certain extent. I think Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are the true fans of Star Wars, to be quite honest with you. But those two guys are really doing a good job. Now, with this new TV show, the thing about this is it's going to be a brand new timeline. They want to make Brie Larson this creation of the Force that were initiated by the Wills. And this is kind of going to go against George Lucas's plan for the Wills and, what the Force really is and what it's capable of doing in specific timelines. So, with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon we hear them moans again.